I've been traveling on tour with KillaWail and Dub Kartel for the past week, and now we're here in Halifax at the infamous Marquee Club. Say hello, everybody. Yay! All right, so we're going to do a little pass around, and we're going to do a not everybody talk at once kind of thing, okay? So, KillaWail, where does the name come from? How'd you guys get together?
As this guy.
This guy.
Way more diplomatic.
The name came together. We just sat around a table and for 2 days and just hashed it out. And we got together because I met Dizzy in Montreal briefly, and he came to Australia and he looked me up and he came and crashed with me. We ended up writing a bunch of jams, just a bunch of tunes, and then he was like, well, I know a bunch of guys that would love to do this, so I'm going to go back to Montreal. I'm going to grab these guys and I'm going to come back. And true to his word, he did. You did. You went home, and I met these guys on Skype for a year, and we just sent songs and learned the songs, sent them to each other, and then a year later, there they were in Melbourne Airport in Australia.
So that's really cool, almost like reuniting at the airport, hey, after so long?
It was like meeting. It was more like uniting rather than reuniting, because I'd never met at Seven Sarah. Josh was still in Montreal at the time. Josh joined later when I came to Montreal, and we all they guys came back.
So we're on Harvest Tour right now, promoting your new album. Do you want to tell me a little bit about that? Perhaps your writing process, your style. What really made the album come about?
Well, actually, the album was first. We started writing when we were in Melbourne together, and then when we come back, I talked to Seb and Sarah about those sketches, and yeah, so we've just been working on it for a year and a half. When Benji came last summer in Montreal, we decided to record in the Piccolo studio. That is where a bunch of really good artists record great songs, great album.
In Montreal?
Yes, in Montreal. And yeah, a good friend of Sarah decided to be a producer, Charles-Émile Baudin. And yeah, so that was the process of writing just between two different countries, and then we just decided to mash it up and make our songs like that, pretty much.
So one thing that this band does have is you guys incorporate trombone as well as trumpet. More often than not, these are more background. With you guys, you're most certainly leading. Who writes those parts? Who dictates that?
Just because I've been in a band for 1 year, so I just pick up all the lines. But otherwise, it was more from Seb and Jono, the former trombone from the band that left that go back to Australia. But otherwise, it's just jamming and picking up all the idea of everyone and just try to get the best line we can have.
So you are currently holding a residency at M Bar. How fucking awesome is it to go back to play to a packed house every Friday?
It's pretty great. I mean, there's always backpackers there, so always new people, and we have a crowd it's been 4 months, 5 months, yeah. And they come back every week and they have a blast, and it's just
Party
super.
Time.
Yeah, party.
So we currently are on Harvest Tour right now with Dub Kartel. Do you want to tell me a little bit about how you're being received? How do you feel that the shows are going?
The shows have been fantastic. Regardless of where it is and who's headlining, we've been doing sort of the A-B, band A headlines this day and then band B headlines the next day and stuff like that. And regardless of who goes first or second, it's just we're both party bands, and it just the mix works really well. It's nice because there's two different genres. Our music's extremely different, but the energy is extremely similar, which I really like that because so many promoters, even back home in Melbourne, they just have they're just kind of sceney. This is a ska show, or this is a rock show, and you got 3 rock bands or 3 ska bands, or and it's just kind of this is cool.
So having the cross genre, you find really helps.
Absolutely. It just keeps things fresh, and I think people appreciate that too.
So one thing I've noticed being on tour, you have killer merch. A lot of thought went into the designing of your merch. Does somebody want to tell me about that?
Well, the merch we had, Benji is probably the brain between that merch. Benji. And but yeah, well, actually, Sarah is wearing one of her shirt. That's really modest of you.
Please model the shirt.
Please model them.
So that's a tank top
So that's a tank top.
that I stole from Dizzy.
Yeah, actually, we live together. Josh, Sarah, and I live together, and woke up one morning with no tank top anymore, and she stole it. But yeah, so Benji pretty much designed the first logo. This is our second logo, and yeah, we're lucky we had some good friends to help us printing and making the screen.
So as we are in Halifax right now, and you hail from Montreal, where's your stuff readily available?
The music's all online. The merch is just for sale at shows only.
Where online would I find it?
You'd find it on a Bandcamp. You'd find it on SoundCloud. All of those things can be linked from our Facebook, KillaWail.com, or just Facebook.
Party, 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 party.
Woo!